Well, again, I'll say welcome to everyone in Radio Entrepreneurs Land. My name is Jeffrey Davis, and we continue to stream stories of entrepreneurship, leadership. Look at that light behind Ryan. You're just highlighting your face. And that's our next guest playing with his lighting on his face, Ryan Chute, master strategist and partner, Wizard of Ads. No, welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. I thought you were going to turn into a ghost there for a second.
I know. Listen, I've got some lighting things here happening on me, so I'll just try to leave them alone.
I thought it was the octopus doing it.
That guy gets up to trouble sometimes. That's why I have that ray gun over there. Make sure that we zap him.
Um, so, Ryan, please tell us about, Wizard of Ads. It's kind of a unique name, and tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Wizard of Ads has been around for 35 years. I joined in 2017, so I'm going into my eighth year with them. And Wizard of Ads, as a result of our marketing strategies and the work that we do with our clients, we're able to four times a marketing budget right out of the gate. And with that, what that allows us to do is to accelerate the profitable growth in a business. We do that by following our process of reversing what most people do, which is really just getting into the channels that they want to use in their advertising. And instead, we start with the strategy and what we actually want those channels to do, what we want the creative to do, and then how do we align those channels. So those are the three big things that we offer for our clients is first and foremost, get a strategy that's going to make sense for their business. Then second, write the creative, and we have pretty outrageous creative writers. And then we buy the mass media because we have national media buying power. We're able to forex a cost or a savings to the mass media channels, let alone what that has for implications towards all the other channels. And then we're able to then take that suite and channel align it to all the other things that are super important today, like digital lead gen and Google presence and all the other fun stuff.
Well, I guess in the old days, and I'm old, I guess we would have called you an ad agency.
Good old fashioned ad agency where we start off with the strategies instead of coming at you with a channel solution, which is what most digital marketers do. We're coming at you with a strategy, and then we work with your digital marketers to do what needs to be done to get the results that we're looking for.
Oh, that's quite interesting. And if you don't mind me asking, put you in a Wayback Machine, why don't we get your career path to get a sense of how you got to Wizards of Ads and your background and how you built your career?
Yeah, absolutely. After I got out of the military, I went into the retail gulag, as it were, for a number of years with the family business. We were a furniture franchise in Canada. And I then moved over to the corporate side. During that time, my family sold off the business and I got into the automotive industry where I worked my way up through the ranks over the years and got my opportunity to travel around the world, being an international sales trainer and marketing guy for the automotive industry. I've had an opportunity to be, gosh, 9 countries, 4 continents, tens of thousands of people that we've been able to help in growing their businesses and driving results inside their shops. And that led me to uh, looking at what I could do. I was in Australia at the time. I knew that my visa was running out, so I looked at Wizard of Ads as an opportunity. And back then, it was just going to the Wizard Academy, which is a not-for-profit school in Austin, Texas. And at that academy, they teach business owners and digital marketers and marketers in general how to communicate and better tell stories, and to connect the dots inside the business. Well, after a couple of years of that, I was quite hooked. I'd done dozens of courses. I'd spent a lot of time with the founder, Roy H. Williams, who has three best-selling New York Times best-selling books on the subject, and he invited me to become a partner. And when as I became a partner, that allowed me to step into the professional services and home services space as well. So that ends up giving me the opportunity to help those three major industries, funeral service companies and insurance companies on the professional services side, healthcare professionals, and then retail side and automotive, and of course the HVAC and plumbers and electricians and roofers, all those types of service-based businesses are the people that we focus on helping.
Well, you've been all over the planet. I assume you're stationary now?
I'm in Halifax, Nova Scotia now, and my offices are in Austin, Texas.
Wow. Halifax. I was in Halifax as a little boy. My father used to be involved with a boat company out of Colchester,
Fantastic.
not
Yeah,
far from you. It was
not
quite
far at all.
quite a good memory. But I also, not all our listeners know, I grew up in Montreal. So
Yeah,
uh,
that's awesome.
those were my
Beautiful part of
former.
the world. You know, where the East Coast offers an awful lot of history and interesting adventures.
I'm in New England. I've been in New England most of my life now, and I love New England. It's a beautiful
Oh yeah,
place.
it really is. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in New England too. You're just in the Canadian part of New
Just the
England.
Canadian side. Yeah, yeah. Don't tell
Yeah.
anyone. Sometimes they believe it's all the same thing.
Yeah, well, I don't see always see a border, so I
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
see geography and typography. So, you know, who's your competition? I mean, what makes you, or on another flip of the coin, what makes you stand out in the crowd?
Yeah, sincerely, there's all kinds of full service agencies of which we are not. We're not trying to be a full service agency. We never will. Those would be the thing that would closest come to competition. There's no other firm that does what we do for local businesses just on the mass media side. For example, we have national buying power. We've bought many billions of dollars worth of mass media that gives us extraordinary discounts. The way that Coca-Cola or Apple would get those discounts, we get those same kinds of savings. Well, that's something that we pass along to the local shop that's looking to grow their business and stand out, which gives them a significant competitive edge. Uh, we then stay fairly exclusive to that company. Now, I can't control what any of the other 75 partners do, but I can certainly ensure that me and the teams that I assemble don't end up being in competition with ourselves in any particular city or region. The second thing is the creative writing. We don't write ads to sound like ads. In fact, if you've got a university degree, there's no way that you could, a university degree in marketing, I should say specifically, you're not going to be a Wizard of Ads partner. I have a business degree, and partners who write, in particular, come from a really creative standpoint. They are screenwriters. They are people who can write a story narrative in ads rather than write a one-off cute and clever ad. And that has a profound effect on bonding with clients.
The best copywriter I ever met, and I've known many, was a newspaper reporter,
Hmm.
and he said to me always that it was the discipline of being a reporter that taught him how to write something properly the first time.
Yeah. Writing really is an art. And, often we hear people say, I always wanted to be a writer. And that's a bit of a fallacy in so much as if they wanted to be a writer, they would write. What they wanted to be is someone who has written. And there's a profound difference in those people. It's the same that goes with a lot of the people I've met in the comic book industry who have been drawing their whole lives and now are comic book artists. Um,
Well,
they have
you
always
know,
drawn.
one of my favorite consultants who worked for my consulting firm, Mage, up top, for about 15 years, always used to say to me, great writers struggle to write great work.
Mm,
And so it was a good idea to put in my head
yeah.
because I like to struggle with my writing and think about it a lot, and others too, which can make it difficult for others. Ryan, it's great talking with you. Time goes fast on Radio Entrepreneurs. We have limited interviews. You can always come back again. We can get to know each other better. But if someone's looking for you and a master strategist, how would they find you?
You can reach me at ryanchute.com, and it's RyanChute like parachute, ryanchute.com.
Great. Remind everybody, Ryan, like others, are always welcome on Radio Entrepreneurs, and we'll be right back with more stories.